Oh, yeah. From the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I am Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. Yeah. What's up? What? Did you think I was going to tape every day? Come on, man. Told you I was just doing this for fun. Although, we are ramping up. A lot more stuff seems to happen. Why am I like off this, almost off the screen here? Hang on. It'll be just your luck. All right. What's going on? Lots of stuff. Still wrapping up the fall 2021 season here in Delaware. And the winter season just started yesterday with some boys and girls basketball and some wrestling. We'll have some of that for you. The football tournaments, semifinal rounds, will be tomorrow and Saturday here in Delaware. All three classifications of them. A couple good matchups on paper. Anyway, perhaps I'll talk about them tomorrow. I know some other places are talking about them. So one of the questions that I got in viewer mail, there's actually viewer mail, and we'll do segments on that when I have better answers, maybe. So why don't I talk more about football? Well, a lot of people talk about football. Everyone talks about football. Ad nauseum. And it's not like I don't like football. We talk about them. It's just that people do more in-depth coverage of football. I like to kind of talk about the other sports a little bit. Excuse me while I do the nose scratch there. A couple people I want to thank. First of all, I have to get this thing going. Hang on a second. I know I got it here somewhere. That's not it. What did I do? Forget how to do this already? What's going on, man? Yeah, there we go. What's up with that? See, every time I do an interview, I have to rearrange all of the settings. It messes everything up because I forget what the settings are. I write them down, but you should see this. I got like 20 different pieces of paper with settings on there, and I have them all mixed up. So I just want to thank Jazzercise in Middletown on Broad Street, the Jazzercise Middletown Fitness Center. They offer group fitness classes for all levels. They incorporate HIIT cardio. I'm not really sure what that is, but I think you should give them a call to find out what that is. It's 832-6060, area code 302-832-6060, and ask them what HIIT fitness is. I also want to thank a photographer friend of mine, Don Blake. Does great pictures. And some of the pictures of the St. Mark Spartan volleyball team that we showed in the last all conference and all state section were done by him. They were submitted by the coach. She probably bought them from Don, but man, what's going on? Sorry, I don't mean to do that. But he's a good guy. I've known him for a long time. And if you need some sports photography, wedding photography, events, all sorts of stuff, just give him a call. It's donblakephotography.com. Want to shout out to my number one fan, Joey V, homesick today with the plague. It's not the big one. It's the little one, the plague. And also my condolences to my old roommate, Pete, whose mother passed away and whose funeral this was this morning. I was up there for that. It is very sad. And if you know my friend Pete, reach out and say hello to him and make sure he's okay. What else? Let's see. We talked about and to this young man from the Tatnall School, the cross-country team. This is Nicholas Vizarro. And let me get to the... after we spoke with them, the Hornets went and ran in the regional high school cross country championships, Southeast Regional to be precise. And Nicholas came in 5th place overall. That makes him all region. So not only is he all conference, all county, all state, he's also all region. That's Nicholas Vizarro. And also I want to issue a correction because when I put him in the all state and all conference lists, I spelled his name wrong. His name is Nicolas, not Niich. And that picture was sent in by his mom. Of course, proud mom. And the coach of the Tatnall cross country team and the girls cross country team and the indoor and outdoor track teams at Tatnall Hornets at the Tatnall School, Patrick Castano, recently with this state championship in the boys cross country championships in Division II here in Delaware, won his 50th state championship as a coach. And I wondered where that placed him nationally and historically, so did a little research. Because that's what I do sometimes. I do a little research and found out that the 50th state championship actually tied him for 10th place all time. You would have thought like 50, that's got to be like number one, right? Well, number one is 102 state championships. This is Jim Tate from St. Paul's Episcopal in Mobile, Alabama. He coached for 42 years cross-country and track and field teams at that school and won 102. So I was teasing Coach Castano because he's been coaching for 21 years. He is on pace. Well, if he just coaches for another 21 years, he's on pace to have 100. So he's going to have to coach another 22 years. Yeah. And he'll pass Jim Tate. So we'll see. Along the way, he will pass up next Pete Boudreau from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who had 52 cross-country track and field. That's pretty cool, I say. Let's see if we're broadcasting live right now, currently on YouTube. We are. There it is. We'll double check it, make sure the audio's coming through. He will pass up next. There we go. Let's bow out of that. Please subscribe to our channel there at My Sports Reports. We need the subscribers. Free to watch, free to subscribe, but it's very important that we have subscribers there. I'd appreciate if you would help me out there. And if you decide to watch it, you can leave if you want. That's cool. Just let it run in the background. Appreciate that. We need viewership hours. And the reason is, quite frankly, to generate some cash flow so I can pay some people to do stuff like sit here in front of the camera or do some research. Perhaps go out, shoot some games so we can have highlight footage of our own here. So appreciate that. Also, we have a new channel where you can find us. It's on anchor.fm. Now, this is just the audio version here, so if I'm talking about a picture, you're not going to see it. It's just the audio. I actually upload this whole video clip. They strip out the audio and put it on here. It's anchor.fm and My Sports Reports. Pretty easy. So it's easier to listen in the car for you, and you can listen on Spotify. That's pretty cool. So another place. And please, if you are considering some entertainment for a holiday party, perhaps a graduation party, after prom, corporate event, do you need a motivational speaker of some sort? I can help you out. But my number one thing here is as a comedy hypnotist. Find out more about my show at MarshalManlove.com, and I will come perform a funny show for you. Done my show from Atlantic City to Las Vegas, pretty much everywhere in between at this point for quite some time. It's a lot of fun. Also, if you're on Instagram, my sports reports, you don't need to cut out the spaces there. If you type in my sports reports, it'll come up for you. Opening day of high school basketball was yesterday. And for the boys, our first report will be of Mount Pleasant beating McCain 53-36. The high score for the Green Knights was junior Ronnie Potts, who had 18 points. Sergio Solis added 15. Daryl Anderson and King Grasty led the Highlanders with 8 points each. Concord beats Newark 58-45. Ryan Andrews led the Raiders with 14 points, and Newark's Kamal Lately led all scorers with 21 points in the game. Tower Hill beats Malvern Prep 50-48 in overtime. And check out that fourth quarter score, 2-1. The Hillers squeaked out a 1-point edge in that fourth quarter. They went on defensive lockdown, tied Malvern Prep, and then beat them by 2 in overtime. Dean Shepard led the Hillers with 20 points. Over to girls basketball, a bunch of results, but only 2 that had some statistics of note here. Delmarva Christian opens up their season with a convincing 55-17 win over St. Peter's and Paul for Maryland. Ainsley Bell had 25 points for the Royals. Laurel takes down Sussex Academy 57-30. Carly Venables had a big opening day game, scoring 30 points for the Bulldogs. Some other scores there. St. George's 58-7 over Newark. Tower Hill 51-15 over John Dickinson. Cesar Rodney over Sussex Tech 50-32. Dover over Sussex Central 51-34. It was Polytech 24, Milford 8, Lake Forest 59, Del Mar 11, Seaford 49, Early College High School at Delaware State University 36, and that was the Laurel Sussex Academy. Thinking about buying a house in Delaware, Maryland, or Pennsylvania? I will help you buy or sell one. I can do that. It's also what I do. It's one of the questions I have in viewer mail. Why do you have 4 jobs? Well, really, I have 5. If you count this. It's my 5th job. One of them is as a realtor. And I'm actually good at it. You might not think I'm good at broadcasting sports. Of course, that's all subjective. Even if I was good, people would still think I'm bad. So it just is what it is. But I am good at selling real estate, if I say so myself. And if you go to marshallmanlove.foxroach.com, you can see my property resume, houses that I've helped people buy or sell. This one I sold in the middle of the lockdown last year in Ocean Pines. And you can chat with me on there too. Although I don't think I answer that one. I think the company answers that. I'm not sure how that works. Nobody really likes to chat with me. Kind of getting a complex about that. Oh, it was an early wing day today down at Dutch Country Farmers Market. I had to stop by the shopping center there. Normally wing day is Friday after I work out. But it is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And since I had to be there, coincidentally around lunchtime, I had to stop at Stoltzfus Barbecue and get some wings. And since tomorrow is officially wing day, you know where I'll be around lunchtime then too. First dual meets of the year in high school wrestling. It's Polytech 60 and Hodson 24. Kind of trying to figure out the best way to do this. Just for now, what I'm going to do is talk about the people who had pins in this match, in any of these matches that I do. Because that's what the goal is. You go out there, you try to pin someone, right? Might as well get your name called out for doing it. And pins for the Panthers were at 113. When I say the numbers, it's going to be the weight class. 113, Nate Lloyd. And 229. At 126, it was Gonzalo Juarez. In 1 minute and 30, Avery Rosa. In 38 seconds, at 132 pounds. At 138 pounds, it was Josh Hazelwood in 141. At 145, Aiden Garrett in 138. At 160 pounds, it was Wyatt Simons in 254. At 195, Greg Long in 118. Dionysius Alston at 220. 32nd pin. And at 285, Connor Bartlett in 259. For Hodson, Travis Luciano in 45 seconds, and Timothy Edinger at 170 pounds. 182 pounds, also Nehemiah Parker. So lots of pins in that one. And it was Cape Henlopen 77 and Lake Forest nothing. Pins for the Vikings: Holt Baker at 120 pounds, Joshua White at 126, Joshua Alvarez Ramos at 137, Michael Frederick at 145, Luke Bender at 152, Carson Kammerer, coffee time. Carson Kammerer at 170, Jack Wiggins at 182, Alex Taylor at 195, and Sean Costello at 285. The AI DuPont girls and boys basketball tip-off tournament is tomorrow and Saturday. 2 girls games, Mount Pleasant versus St. Mark's, Concord at AI DuPont. They're playing AI DuPont. Boys games, St. George's versus St. Elizabeth, and MOT Charter versus AI DuPont. And then the winners will play in the championship game. The losers will play in the consolation game. All on Saturday. Special restrictions there. No concessions available. No outside food available. So you're going to have to go out to your car to eat or drink. You know what I'm saying? And $5 for a 2-day pass. $8 for a 2-day pass. $5 for a 1-day pass. Students, $2 per day. Can't beat that. A couple of interviews getting lined up for next week. We are planning to talk to the Salesianum boys soccer team, the Division I state champions, and a couple others, just securing some times. That'll be around 3:30 on Monday. If you're around, you can watch it live. If you're not around, you can watch it taped. That's the beauty of all this. Watch it live or taped. You should watch it live, though I haven't done any editing. You never know what might come out of my mouth that I might decide to edit later. So I think watching it live is better. Potentially more exciting, because you never know when all of a sudden I might change my mind and decide to, I don't know, debate a little bit more. Hey, if you would like to help me out with whatever you might like to help me out doing, perhaps some graphic design, perhaps you'd like to be a sports writer of some sort for our website at DelawareSports.com. Do I have the DelawareSports.com site up? Yeah, I do. You could write for us, DelawareSports.com, or see right here up on top, put in news stuff. You'd like to be a photographer? Do some sports shots? I'll redirect you to your sports photography page. Or if you want to work with me and sell your pictures on this site, I can do that. If you like to take video, edit video, fancy yourself a sports broadcaster of some sort, want to put together highlight packages, I'll play them here. Not only in Delaware, because we are working our way around the country. We're starting to invade other states already at my sports reports. So if you happen to watch this because you're a Facebook friend or acquaintance or a regular friend outside the boundaries of Delaware, you can contribute in some way to my sports reports. My friend Mike Pico has been doing recordings announcing national letter of intent signings. And that's how we're getting our foot in the door in some of those states. For example, if you go there, we're in Connecticut. just announced a bunch of signings from the Greenwich High School in Greenwich, Connecticut. He read all those names of all those kids going to all sorts of schools all around the country. That's kind of how we're getting our feet in the door there. What else did we do? So, would you like to support our show in some way? You can do so for free if you have a business, product, website, service. Sort of for free. Just have to do a little work. Find an athlete worthy of your support in the form of an athlete of the week or athlete of the month. Doesn't have to be Delaware. It could be any state. Doesn't have to be high school. It could be middle school. It can be an adult league as well. Just write to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Send a picture, the name, description of what that person did, and we'll do it here on these shows. And then what I will do in return is run your ad. Mention your website, like for example, Jazzercise in Middletown. Don Blake was kind enough to say he's going to send in some pictures. Don Blake Photography. Whatever you want to do. Me, I mean, I do most of the work here. So I'm promoting myself. Also, did I mention on Instagram? Might have. I don't know. But that's my sports reports. And if you want to host, you can put your name right down here. I don't care. Fine with me. Do you know somebody who might be worthy of an interview of some sort? Reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Please suggest somebody else, though. Okay? Not just yourself. We'll get around. If you're good, we're going to get around to talking to you at some point. That I can promise you. All right? So I think that's about it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove, and now I am gone.